48-40 ball game. Philadelphia, John now 16 points. Billy Cunningham averaging 23 points a game for the 76ers. Off Kubisky. So he answers with a fine effort to Havlicek's shot. Cunningham now with 17 points in the ball game. Havlicek 23 points.
Kubisky is giving Cunningham too much room. Billy is backing him in and pulling up for the short jumper.
And the 76ers will take the timeout. And with the timeout here at the Boston Garden, score Philadelphia 50, Boston 42.
Let's see that last shot of Havlicek. There you see him using his pick to pick Freddie Foster. Watch this form. Up, straight up, and release and follow through. Great form by John Havlicek. For any youngster that wants to learn how to shoot, you can't watch anybody better than John Havlicek.
With 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the second quarter, it's Philadelphia 76ers 50 and the Boston Celtics 42, 3 players in double figures. Havlicek the only one for Boston, but the 76ers have 2 of them, Billy Cunningham and Jim Washington. Billy has 17, Washington 10. Rebounder, the top man in that department, is Dave Cowens of Boston with 12, 4 offensive rebounds and 8 defensive rebounds. And here comes Greer, Archie Clark, backcourt, Awtrey, Billy Cunningham, and Fred Foster on the front line. The pass to Greer, wide open, missed it, and Cowens rebounds and loses, and Williams almost saves it. Kubisky, he missed it. Fred Foster rebounding. Billy Cunningham. Foul of Cowens. 4.
And the problem on that play, let's watch that play again. You see Cowens come into the play. He would have established position, but he moved over into the path of Billy Cunningham, so he was charged with the foul.
Henry Finkel comes into the lineup as Dave Cowens now totals 4 personal fouls. Cunningham 5 out of 6 from the line. Billy now 18 points and 6 out of 7. 9-point lead for Philadelphia. Cunningham gets there, and here comes Foster, Williams, White, Finkel, Havlicek, Kubisky, the lineup for the Celtics. Steve Kubisky over Fred Foster, too deep off the iron, and Mr. Cunningham from North Carolina rebound. A minute and a half to go in the second quarter. And Philadelphia leading by 10, 52-42. That's Greer, back to Awtrey, and it trickles off his arm out of bounds. Dennis did not expect the return pass. Williams. John Havlicek. Fred Foster second. Finkel comes to set the screen. Awtrey switches. Havlicek clears the shot. Awtrey and makes it. John Havlicek has 20 points in the ball game. Philadelphia leading by 8. Archie Clark with JoJo White guarding him. Finkel's on Awtrey. Cunningham goes to the floor with Kubisky. It'll be a jump ball. It is not considered a violation if the ball accidentally strikes a foot or a leg. Cunningham either twisted his leg or had the crank.
Up in the side there, Al Domenico, the 76ers trainer, working on that area there. Billy Cunningham, after this game, going to San Diego for the All-Star game next Tuesday.
There's Jeff Ramsey, the gentleman who came from St. Joseph with the Philadelphia 76ers. Done quite a job. 52-44. 44 seconds to play in the first half. They'll mop up the floor. It'll be Cunningham and Kubisky jumping in the center circle. Awtrey has it, but loses to Finkel, and Henry loses out of bounds. Now we have 40 seconds to go in the second quarter. An 8-point lead for the 76ers. Oh! Cunningham all by himself. He got loose. A 10-point lead Husky tries to feed the ball down court. It's off Hal Greer's leg and out of bounds. Boston, with 5 seconds remaining on the clock, gets the ball baseline backcourt. Ball stolen by Cunningham to Clark. Boston! Greer gets the end of the second quarter. We'll be back with halftime activities. Jack Twyman with some interviews, including Dave Cowens, and also Billy Cunningham. At halftime, our score, Philadelphia 56, Boston 44.
Dave, you've had a fairly poor first half here, and your ball club is behind 12 points. What have the 76ers been doing to kind of handcuff you?
And most I think it's all up to Bill Cunningham. He's been hitting the boards and hitting his outside shot and driving and just giving out forwards a heck of a time. If he can get on the boards in the second half of it, I think the game might be turned around.
Dave, how about a rookie like yourself? A lot has been said about how you're the key in this Boston ball club, the resurgence. What kind of pressure does that put on a young player fresh out of college?
I tell you, I haven't received any outside pressure, as the Bill Russell sheet, it's just, they want me to make my contribution to the team to help them, get back into the playoffs. And I feel like if I play consistently well, this is what the pressure is. I put it on myself.
What do you feel you have to do each game for the Celtics to win? Do you concentrate on any one thing?
Yes, I have to play defense. I have to more or less try to clog up the middle and, help our guys out when the guys are driving. And to get the boards and get the ball out quickly so we can get our fast break on it.
This afternoon, Dave, you're playing a fellow comparable in height, but what kind of problems do you have when you're going against players like Will Chamberlain, Lou Alcindor, Nate Thurman? Are they tougher than the players the size of Archie?
Yes, they are. As far as playing them defensively, they score just about at will on anyone. It's just mainly keeping them away from the basket as far as possible and screen them off and don't give them easy buckets, make them work for everything they get.
Dave, before the game, Red Auerbach said that he was going to specifically look for a big man this year, and by virtue of the fact that you played forward and center, this would free you to play forward. Do you have a preference as to what position you would be playing?
I want to play the position I can best help the team at. If I can, I haven't worked at the forward position. I'm not really sure of myself in that position as of yet because I've been going into the middle this year and I haven't had a chance to develop the skills from the outside. But I think with work, in the long run, I think that's where I'll be playing at a forward position.
Well, you're a good hustler and you're off to a great start and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back to Keith Jackson.
And now Billy Cunningham is on the court with Jack Twyman. Let's listen to them. Jack?
Billy, first of all, congratulations on that 5-year contract that will keep you in Philadelphia for 5 more years.
Thank you, Jack. I'd like to say, though, I also have many friends connected with the Cougs, and I wish them the best of luck. And it was just something that I felt if I didn't do, I would be neglecting myself and my family.
Billy, how about this first half? You're 12 ahead, or 14 ahead, 12 ahead of the Boston Celtics, and Dave Cowens said that you particularly were responsible for that 12-point lead here at halftime. Are you doing anything differently to clog the middle on behalf of the Celtics?
Well, I think what we're doing is we're not enabling him to dominate the boards as he has the past 3 games. Dave is just such a tower and a power on those offensive and defensive boards, and he hasn't been able to do it. I think the big difference, though, is in our center play from Awtrey. He has contained Cowens so far this game, I think, to help us control the boards a little more so than we have in the past 3 games.
Billy, I wanted to ask you about that center position. Every night it's a different starter. Do you think that Archie is going to be your starter, or is Jack Ramsey just experimenting in that?
Well, Jack goes with the person who's doing the best. Last night, Connie Durkee started, and for the most part, Dennis Awtrey has been starting, but at any time you might see Durkee in there, or Luke Jackson, or Jim Washington, or myself. I was playing for the defense. They're too small to play for. That's right, I'll stay away from that.
Billy, this is a club you're going to have to beat out to get into the playoffs, the Celtics. Do you think you can beat them consistently the second half of the season?
Well, I'm not sure. They're a young team, and they're coming along, but I hope we can. We're starting to play a lot better. We won, I think, our last something like 10 out of 13 or 11 out of 14, and we're starting to play more consistent basketball, and I think with the return of Wally Jones to our lineup and getting more consistent play from the pivot, I think we will be a lot stronger.
Fine, thank you very much.
My pleasure, Jack.
Now let's go back to Keith Jackson.
Our score, 56-44, Philadelphia leads Boston. NBA basketball being brought to you by Schlitz. Grab for all the gusto you can. When you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer. By Vitalis, the only leading hair groom without grease. By Philco, Ford, the better idea people in color television. And by Techmatic Razor by Gillette. For a close shave with fewer nicks or cuts, Techmatic. It's tough on your beard, not on your face. Well, the halftime activity is about over. We'll return for the third quarter of this exciting NBA game in just a moment, where the 76ers leading the Celtics 56-44. But as we go into the second half today, the gentlemen from Philadelphia have a 12-point lead. There's Jack Ramsey and Tom Heinsohn, the two head coaches. And Satch Sanders standing there, as we mentioned earlier. He is due back probably in late February.
And John Havlicek is very anxious for him to come back because it will then mean that Satch is the oldest man on the ball club.
Boston actually, averages about 23 years of age, and which makes them, in effect, from average years, the youngest ball club around right now. But when Satch comes back, that'll change. Okay, here we go. It'll be Dennis Awtrey. It'll be Hal Greer. It'll be Fred Foster. Billy Cunningham and Archie Clark for Philadelphia. For Boston, Don Nelson, John Havlicek, Dave Cowens, J.J. White, and Don Chaney. Cowens and Awtrey, and it's Archie Clark with a tip for the red-clad Philadelphia 76ers. He's working against Don Chaney. Foster, off Nelson. That one, and it's 58-44.
And Dave Cowens is going to have to be very careful. He has 4 fouls, and we can expect the 76ers to be going to Awtrey to try and get that 5th foul on Cowens.
Nelson working against Cunningham, and he took a walk. So the turnover as Nelson walks with the ball. 16 times Boston's turned it over today. Fred Foster, Al Greer, White on Greer. Awtrey turns and shoots over Cowens. It's short, and Dave rebounds. Beats it out to Chaney. 2-on-1. Back to Chaney, and he's got it. 58-46 Philadelphia. Cunningham with Havlicek coming out to pick him up. Archie Clark stolen by Cowens. White. 23 feet. Cunningham the rebound for Philadelphia. Clark. Archie. 17-footer won't go. Inside Awtrey. Nelson got a piece of it. Havlicek. Nelson. White slaps it out to Havlicek. Brown has 22. 22 points for Havlicek. And it's a 10-point Philadelphia lead at 58-48. Havlicek's number 17, Cunningham's number 32. Billy shot over Havlicek to the top of the key. Rebounded out of there by Cowens. J.J. White. That's a 24-footer. That looks up at Boston Garden, and Jack Ramsey is up off the bench, and he calls time. With timeout here in the third quarter at the Boston Garden. The Philadelphia 76ers are leading the Boston Celtics by a score of 58-50 in the third quarter.
Let's take another look at that shot on the part of J.J. White. You see him run his man, Hal Greer, into Don Nelson. Then you see him going behind the pick. Real good outside shooter. Right up, just like Havlicek. Releases at the top of his jump and follow through. The follow through is very important, and the arc is very important. J.J. White, a good outside shooter.
You take at the clock left to go in the third quarter. Clark and Greer. And Boston starting to press. Chaney and White. White on Clark. That's Awtrey and Greer coming around the top. Cunningham trying to pick for it, but Havlicek penetrated. That's Awtrey inside over Havlicek. So Dennis Awtrey gets the bucket at 60-50, a 10-point lead for the 76ers. Picked out of there by Philadelphia. This is Foster. He had Dave Cowens out of the play, but then was off balance and didn't take advantage of it. Long lead pass to Havlicek. Inside, John gets it. John has 24 points now. And the 76ers are on top by 8. Foster and Clark. Offensive foul, blocking called against Awtrey. His third personal foul in the ball game. You're going to set the screen, you've got to set yourself. You can't be wandering around. Don Nelson inside just to J.J. White for the 16-footer, and that one was thrown all the way. The Celtics are going to have to keep doing that. The 76ers are sagging in, and in order to get him to come out, they're going to have to hit the outside shot. Clark, short, Awtrey, good. Archie, 10 points in the ball game. 76ers lead by 8. Clark on White. JoJo spins it up and misses. Cowens on the follow. Nothing to lose in Foster for Philadelphia. Foster on the line and loses out of bounds. Archie has had a free rein out there. Cowens is very concerned about those 4 fouls, but he can't be too careful. There's Jimmy Washington coming back in. He's going to have to put a little pressure on Dennis Archie anyway. Leaping Jimmy Washington in the lineup. A clean steal by Greer. John Chaney, and Chaney fouls him on the way up. Philadelphia has 17 turnovers in the ball game so far. And Boston has, last check, 16 turnovers. So we have had the ball given away quite a few times in this game. Greer with a little jump from the foul line. That's what I was going to say, Keith. You notice how Greer jumps from the foul line. His theory is when he takes a foul shot, he's practicing his jump shot, and vice versa. Pretty good thinking. The 2 free throws make it a 10-point Philadelphia lead. Make that 18 turnovers for Boston and 17 for Philadelphia. Statistician Jerry Capitan right on top of everything. Here's Havlicek over Washington. Nelson the rebound. Oh, that thing's got a lid on it. Cowens. He's fouled. Either Archie, Cunningham, Washington, 3 of them in there. It's on Billy Cunningham. He has 3. And the first team on the 76ers. Cowens now 16 rebounds, but he's only scored 4 points in the game. 64-55, Philadelphia over Boston. Cowens averaged 17.5 points a game. He now has a total of 6 in this one. Boston pressing. White checking Clark. Nelson sawed him off at the baseline. Made him come outside. Awtrey over Cowens. Dave rebounds it. White over Clark. JoJo has it warm here in the third quarter. He has 12 points. He's got 3 big ones from outside. Cunningham and Havlicek, 2 of the greatest dueling each other. That's Greer. Greer had to unload it, threw it away. 2-on-1 for Chaney. The Celtics are down by 4. 54-60 as Boston comes storming back on Philadelphia mistake. In Washington, over Nelson, it's short. 76ers are not going to the defensive backboard as hard as they were in the first half. And Boston throws it away. Philadelphia gets it. That's 19 turnovers for the Celtics. Boston 7 out of 11 from the field in this period. We have 6:15 to go, third quarter, as Archie Clark works his way around, but there Nelson. Greer seconds on the timer. Hal Greer misses. Jim Washington outside. It comes to Clark. Dave Cowens is checking, Archie. Backs it away. Well, there's the enthusiasm of the rookie. He really gave it a try, didn't he? It'll be Philadelphia's ball, and the Boston crowd applauds Dave Cowens.
There's the hands of Cowens going after that ball. There you see him going down on it. There is hustle. And as Keith said, the enthusiasm of a rookie.
Cowens has 17 rebounds in the ball game, 6 of them offensive, 11 defensive. He's been a power of strength on that defensive board for Boston. Has 6 points. This is Hal Greer for the 76ers. That's Billy Cunningham. John Havlicek against him. Billy gets 2. 23 points for Cunningham. Havlicek has 24. Don Chaney. 66-60 ball game, 76ers lead. Cunningham gets a little bit of that shot by Nelson. It is put up. Chaney, 12 points in the ball game. Don Chaney. Archie Clark over Cowens. Back iron. And Washington rebounds for the 76ers. Bailey Howell. Bailey Howell drives, gives it away to Clark, and Clark's drive. He is hammered by Don Nelson. Second personal foul on Nelson.
Let's see Clark going in on that drive around Cowens. You notice Cowens with 4 fouls doesn't even make an effort to go after him. Don Nelson, foul on Nelson. Archie Clark.
Now 11 points in the game for Archie. 67-62, 5 points. Philadelphia lead now 6. Has Archie got them both? 4:55 to go, third quarter. Nelson outside. Cowens against Bailey Howell. Shoots over Howell and Bailey fouls it. Second personal on Bailey Howell and the second team foul on Philadelphia, and there's Jack Lindsay, the coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. Cowens, 3 out of 4 from the line, 7 points. As you can see, well off his season average at this point in the game. Boston again pulls within 4 of Philadelphia. Archie Clark, checked by Chaney. Chaney stumbles, Archie, he missed it and left it. Cowens go up to get it, but it's stolen by Archie. Great play by Clark. Bailey Howell, back to Clark. Hooks his pass to Greer and throws it away.
That backcourt of the Celtics has done a great job defensively on Greer and Clark. The pressure put on by Chaney and White are causing the 76ers to turn the ball over.
19 times they've done it. JoJo White on a drive against Clark. Boston is down by 2 with 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Tom Heinsohn studiously watching his Celtics come back. Jack Ramsey, meantime, suffering as the 12-point halftime lead of the 76ers is now been trimmed by 10. It is only 2, 68-66. Al Greer over Chaney. That's the 19-footer by Al Greer. Havlicek with Archie Clark. Jim Washington moving over, and John misses. Rebound of Billy Cunningham. Picked up by Dave Cowens. Howell sets the pick for him. Looks back the other way. He's in there close.
If you notice Cowens' info after not really a pick of the 76ers, but Cowens is man more. But they have not taken advantage of the fact that Cowens has 4 fouls.
25 points in the ball game for Cunningham. Cowens looks tired. Here's Havlicek, who has incredible energy. Wonderful pass to Nelson. 76ers leading by 4. That's Nelson's first 2 points of the day. Clark against Chaney. 78-44 in the first half. They were down by 12. And then came back in the third period, rather, 58-44. Trailed by 14, in other words, twice in the game, and trailed at halftime by 12. But they closed it to 2. But now the 76ers, with Archie Clark getting 2 free throws, pull it away again to a lead at 74-68. With 2 minutes and 46 seconds left to play in the third quarter here at the Boston Garden. Our score, Philadelphia 74 and the Boston Celtics, with some 9,000 looking on, have 68.
Connie Durking and Bud Ogden are on the 76er bench over there, and as you can see by their sign, Connie and Bud say hi to ABC, Keith and Jack. A little promo for Connie and Durking and Bud Ogden.
2 minutes and 46 seconds to play in the third quarter. It's 74-68. Philadelphia 76ers over the Boston Celtics in our first Sunday afternoon game of the 1970-71 NBA basketball season here on ABC, and we hope you'll be joining us every week as we work our way toward the end of the season and the playoffs. And here we go, Boston in white. Oh, brilliant play by Cunningham. Timed the leap perfectly. Beats Clark for a bucket. Billy Cunningham. An 8-point lead now for the 76ers, and Nelson goes crashing to the floor. Bailey Howell does likewise. And Billy Cunningham is going to be called for the foul, and that is 4. Dave Cowens has 4 for Boston. Chaney has 4 for Boston. Dinwiddie has 4 for Boston. Cunningham has 4 for Philadelphia. Washington 4 for the 76ers. Don Nelson on the line. 7-point edge for the 76ers, as you can see. Here comes Greer. Jojo White on him. That's Cunningham with Havlicek working against him. That's Bailey Howell. Still got some of that touch.
John Nelson got trapped. He tried to go in and help John Havlicek out. Billy Cunningham hit Bailey Howell.
Jim Washington. Letting Havlicek slaps it away. John retreats and gets. Havlicek clears the shot. 26 points for John Havlicek, and it's 78-71, Philadelphia. Greer checked by Chaney. Now Havlicek has been guarding Cunningham. Archie Clark holds outside, looks inside for Cunningham again. Chaney's on him right now. Bailey Howell. Bailey cast off. Follows. 76ers reach 80. Lead by 9. Cowens open. Foul by Washington. That's 5 on Jim Washington. New lead by Boston. Jack Ramsey wants to talk. Both coaches were standing. We have a minute and 13 seconds remaining to play in the third quarter here in Boston, Massachusetts. And the Philadelphia 76ers lead the Boston Celtics 80-71. That's Jack Ramsey, too tired.
I agree with you, Keith. He has been working both boards. But I'll tell you one thing. I believe that this sport is the most demanding sport of any we see. These players have to run up. And they say we run 8 miles in the course of the ball game. Now, compound that by Dave Cowens working both boards. So imagine what physical specimens you have to be to play in a game like this.
Indeed. A minute and 13 to go in the third quarter. It's an 80-71 ball game. Philadelphia leading the Celtics. Cowan on the line has a total of 8 points. He's hit 2 out of 8 from the field. And from the free throw line, he is 5 out of 6. He has 18 rebounds in the game. Oh, he is 6 out of 7 from the charity line. And that Boston press. You can never relax against it, so that's really a bucket they gave away. Chaney now on Greer. Beautiful pass into Clark. start. Archie could not clear himself. That's Awtrey. Nelson rebounds it. A little steal may stir up the Celtics again. They took a strong run, almost caught Philadelphia in the middle of the third quarter, folded in two. And the shot is off the back line. Cunningham rebounds it. Archie Clark to Bailey Howell. Havlicek made a pass at him. Couldn't do much with it. Tom Heinsohn stomping his foot on the sideline. Nelson and Howell collide. And it's offensive against Nelson.
Let's take a look at that again. Here's Don Nelson coming across. And he hits Bailey Howell. Good acting job by Bailey Howell, I might add.
Under 29 seconds remaining to play in the third quarter, an 82-75 ball game. When Boston was able to steal the ball, Tom Heinsohn immediately came to his feet thinking it was going to trigger his ball flip, and they came down and immediately turned it over. And Philadelphia answered. Immediately following our ball game today at 4:15 Eastern Standard Time, we'll have the season premiere of ABC's award-winning hunting and fishing series, The American Sportsman. Ken Curtis and Melvin Stone, Justice of Gunsmoke, Doc of Gunsmoke, will be fishing for muskie up in Minnesota, and you'll see Patrick O'Neill narrate a leopard trapping adventure in Kenya. That's American Sportsman coming up on ABC right after our ball game. And next Tuesday night at 10 Eastern Time, we'll have the 21st Annual NBA All-Star Game live and in color from San Diego. In the third quarter, Boston 12 out of 19 from the floor, Philadelphia 10 of 23.
And as we look at Jack Ramsey and the 76ers there, they're trying to preserve that 7-point lead, and they have to be aware of the press on the part of the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are putting on that press, realizing they have to get the ball to get that 7-point deficit made up.
Into the ball game for the first time today, number 20, Rex Morgan, a backcourt man, 6'5", from Jacksonville, a rookie. Number 20, Hambone Williams, number 7, in. Dave Cowens, Don Nelson, and John Havlicek, and Havlicek almost stole it, and Rex Morgan gives the foul to Billy Cunningham with 27 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
And as he goes out and JoJo White comes in, it's obvious that Tommy Heinsohn sent him into the ball game for it. They had a foul to wait, and he was to give it.
Cunningham is on the line for one. 83-75, 26 points for Billy Cunningham. Hambone Williams brings it up to Boston. We go inside 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Celtics looking for one good shot. Havlicek to Williams. To John Nelson, and he is fouled. 1 second on the timer. 3 seconds on the game clock. Billy Cunningham, 5 personal fouls. John Nelson will shoot for Boston. Nelson has 5 points. All of those points have come in this period. 3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. John Nelson gets a 3-point play for Boston with 3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Boston pressing. Foster, Crawford, long lead pass to Foster. Hook shot by Fred Foster is no good, and at the end of the third quarter. We'll be back for the fourth quarter tip-off in just a moment. Our score, Philadelphia 83, Boston 78. Billy Cunningham on the bench. 5 personal fouls, Jack, and that's so big right now in what could happen in this game.
Big factor in this without acquiring another foul, so he now still has 4 fouls against him, and he can now loosen up a little bit in this fourth period.
We have 12 minutes to go in the ball game, and it's 83-78. Philadelphia leading Boston. Here we go as Awtrey Cowens go for the tip, and Havlicek comes up with it for Boston. Bill Dinwiddie is in the lineup. Dave Cowens on the high post for Boston. Tries to feed Havlicek. It is stolen away. It is Fred Crawford, Fred Foster, Archie Clark, Bailey Howell, and Dennis Awtrey for Philadelphia. The shot short of Havlicek. Rebounds to JoJo White for Boston. Arthur Williams at a guard position with White. Rebound, and Howell gets it. Little number 7. Smallest man on the court. Came up with a bucket. Fred Crawford for the 76ers to Archie Clark. Archie's had a good ball game for the 76ers today. He looks to Howell. He goes to Bailey. He's double teamed. It's stretched away. There's a foul called on Dinwiddie. And that's 5 on him.
So the Celtics have been gambling all afternoon, sending that fourth guard into the boards as we saw Hambone Williams get the rebound and put it back in. If they don't get the rebound, it's JoJo White back there all by himself. As I say, they have been gambling, but they have been winning and taking advantage of that overnight.
One shot for Bailey Howell. He converts it. It's Philadelphia by 4 points over Boston, 84-80. With 11 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the game. Keith Jackson, Jack Twyman. You're watching NBA basketball on ABC. A pass intended for Cowens, out of bounds. It's Philadelphia's ball as White and Williams press for Boston. That's 23 Boston turnovers. 76ers leading by 4. Fred Foster drives inside. Havlicek blocks it and comes down with it. Williams. Rebound, Fred Crawford. Needs help and gets it from Clark. Bailey Howell. With Dinwiddie on him. Basket good. Foul is on Dinwiddie, and that should be the 6th foul for him.
Take a look at Bailey here. Watch him use his body. You see how he has that ball way out there, uses his body to shield off Dinwiddie, and goes up to the layup. So Dinwiddie has no chance of getting the ball, and he does foul Bailey Howell.
He's out of the ball game with 6 personal fouls. Bailey Howell, 9 points, 4 rebounds. 86-80 Philadelphia. And he missed the free throw, and Cowens rebounds for Boston. Don Nelson came into the lineup replacing Dinwiddie. White and Williams to the guard. Havlicek, Cowens, and Nelson on the front line. It's JoJo White being checked by Bailey Howell. Did you call that a prayer? A 6-point lead for Philadelphia. 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the ball game. Williams checking Archie Clark. JoJo White now guarding Clark. Williams on Clark. Short, but Williams right there for the rebound. That's Havlicek, 2-on-1. White. It bounced off Foster's leg. White picked it up on the rebound, and it's Philadelphia 4-point lead with 9:40 to play in the game. Backcourt foul, Hambone Williams. Second personal foul. Archie Clark will shoot 2. Fred Foster, Al Greer, Archie Clark, Dennis Awtrey, and Bailey Howell, the lineup for Philadelphia. As Clark misses on the first free throw, 16 points, 6 out of 8 from the line. Gets the second one. Cunningham's going to return in a moment. He's up talking to his coach. Williams and White out in front for Boston. That's Nelson. Working against Bailey Howell. Basket count. Howell.
That's a great move by Don Nelson on Bailey Howell. He takes right, goes left, and goes up with the left hand. He's got big hands. He can palm that ball, and he has great control of the ball. Good move by Don Nelson.
Nelson, 8 points. Howell, 3 fouls. Philadelphia leads by 3, and Archie Clark lost the ball out of bounds. Both clubs last 20. Enough of the turnovers. That's White. Barely tipped the rim. Just barely. So it goes right to the hands of Philadelphia as JoJo White got torched, doubled up the fair shot, didn't work out. Billy Cunningham is came back to the lineup. This is also the Awtrey is there to rebound. So Dennis Awtrey, the big rookie from Santa Clara, having a strong day today in a showdown of rookies against Cowens. Doesn't beat that last play with a 4-point play. JoJo took a bad shot, turned the ball over, and the 76ers came down and got the basket. A big play in the ball game. A 3-point lead for Philadelphia, 89-86. As Clark was checked by Havlicek in the corner. John's really on him. Bailey Howell being guarded by Don Nelson. Clark gets fouled and once. Dave is still able to block the shot. And it hit somebody's foot. Greer trying to stop the Boston fast break. Got a foot on it, so Boston will take it out of bounds. Don Chaney. Jim Washington up off the bench. He'll be coming for Philadelphia. Here's Williams, checked by Clark. Missed the shot. 3 bodies on the floor. Archie and Cowens both went crashing to the floor. And the foul is on Archie, his 4th. Washington returns to the lineup for Philadelphia, and Bailey Howell leaves. So they have Washington, Archie, Clark, Greer, and Cunningham. Second place at stake in the Atlantic Division of the NBA Eastern Conference. And Cunningham to rebound, a loose ball foul. It's on Havlicek, number 17, his second personal. And with the Celtics and their backcourt of Hembo, Williams, and Chaney, they don't have that outside threat that they have when JoJo White is in there. So the 76ers maybe now can sag in and cut that middle off. 8 minutes to go in the ball game, 89-86. Philadelphia leads by 3. Washington and Greer. Awtrey. Greer's 22-footer comes out deep. Cunningham had a hold of it. Washington gets it. Billy with 5 personal fouls. Great pass inside the Clark. A great shot by Clark, too. He was almost out of bounds. He held on to it and put it in. He has 19 points, Jack. Big day for the quick man in the backcourt for Philadelphia. 91-86 as Havlicek fires and misses, and Cunningham rebounds to Archie Clark. 7:22 to go in the ball game. 5-point lead for the 76ers. Clark against Chaney. Rebound Cowens for Boston. After Hambone, Williams too long. That's 25 Boston turnovers. 7:02 to play in the ball game as the 76ers inbounded. Clark and Greer in the backcourt. White on Clark. That's Cunningham with Havlicek guarding him. Greer, Archie from the top of the circle. 6:40 to play in the ball game. 7-point lead for Philadelphia. Archie with 14 points. An average of about 6. Nelson. Well, you almost take your choice as to who fouled him there. Jim Washington. Got tap court. I think a large reason why Cowens isn't scoring as much as he normally would was because they're using him as a high pick. As we saw Don Nelson, there's Jim Washington leaving the court, his 5th foul. His 6th foul, excuse me. He's out of the game, Jimmy Washington. So rebounding loss for the 76ers here in the closing minutes of the 4th quarter. But Cowens is up high, and he's not able to figure in the offense as much as he normally would because he's setting the picks. 6:27 to play in the ball game, and we have a timeout here at the Boston Garden. And the score, Philadelphia 76ers 93, the Boston Celtics 80. 6 minutes and 27 seconds left to play in the ball game. The Philadelphia at the Boston Garden. Keith Jackson along with Jack Twyman. Remember, following our basketball game, the premier program of American sportsmen, Ken Curtis and Wilbur Stone, muskie fishing, and you'll see a leopard-trapping expedition in Kenya.
Keith, is unbelievable, the turnovers. Boston has 25 turnovers, Philadelphia 21. A large part of that is due to the rookies in the lineup, but another part of it is due to the aggressive defense on the part of both clubs. When you have both clubs pressing all over the court, like we have had this afternoon, it naturally leads to a large number of turnovers in a ball game.
Don Nelson at the free throw line for Boston. Now totals 11 points for the day. 4 out of 6 from the field and 3 out of 4 from the line. The Celtics taking a run at the 76ers here in the final quarter. They are now down by 5. And pressing. Archie Clark, Hal Greer, Dennis Awtrey, Bailey Howell, and Billy Cunningham for the 76ers. JoJo White is guarding Clark. Dave Cowens checking Dennis Awtrey. Good pass to Clark. Archie's inside. Not too bad. 6 minutes to go in the game. And the 76ers pull out to 7 points. Double team. They steal the ball up Cunningham. Took it away from Chaney. And he is fouled hard for Cowens.
You know, Keith, you have to say, as Billy Cunningham goes to the line. Let's take a look at that again here. Cunningham, Don Chaney, Cunningham with the ball, dribbling down. There you see the play. Cowens going up, getting him with the arm. There he is across the wrist. But the point I was going to make, Keith, as we look at Billy Cunningham on the line, Philadelphia has not been intimidated by the Celtics. They were ahead by 12. The Celtics put on a big rush, and a mature ball club that they are, they kept their composure, and they're still enjoying a nice lead here late in the ball game.
Billy, 3 to make 2, has missed 2 of them. He has 26 points in the game and 13 rebounds. 5:53 to go in the game. He gets the third one. It's an 8-point lead for Philadelphia and a turnover for Boston. Al Greer with it. Tom Heinsohn just about fell off his chair. Foul as Howell goes to the floor.
You know, Cowens is concentrating so much on getting that fast break started that the majority of his turnovers, as we see Tommy Heinsohn reflect this, have been the passes, the outlet pass after the rebound. So he's got to be a little bit more careful and pay attention to who's open and who he can get the ball to. He's concentrating so much on getting that break started.
Okay, Bailey Howell, as Boston goes into the penalty, 15 foul. Bailey has 10 points. And this is second shot. And it's picked out of there by Cowens. Here comes Boston. Philadelphia leading by 97 to 88, and that's Dave Cowens who gets Boston up to the 90 mark with 5.5 minutes to go in the game, and Billy Cunningham with the ball for Philadelphia. Foul is on Cunningham. Called it on Havlicek, but Billy had him by the arm. It's on Havlicek. I think Cunningham cut it. Watch Cunningham now. The Havlicek's in. There you see Cunningham holding Havlicek. And Havlicek spins around Cunningham. Billy Cunningham's body shielded the play from the referee, so John is furious, and I think rightfully so. And his ferocity has cost him a tee, a technical foul, as Archie Clark went to the line to make it 98 to 90, and now Cunningham will shoot. 5:21 to play in the game, 99-90. Awtrey up there high. And it's Philadelphia's ball. Greer and Clark at the backcourt men for the 76ers. Cunningham with 5 fouls. Cowens almost tipped that into Philly basket. Here comes JoJo White. Inside Havlicek. 99-92. And 5 minutes to play in the game. Clark. Beauty. Here comes Boston. 101 to 92. Havlicek. JoJo White. Beautiful block by Hal Greer. and the penalty. White has 4 personal fouls.
Now, normally you would not shoot a loose ball foul, but because we are in a penalty situation, all fouls are shot. Howell, Greer.
We've got a timeout here at the Boston Garden. 4:37 to go in the ball game. And our score with 4:37 to play. The Philadelphia 76ers 101, the Boston Celtics 92. We'll be back with more in a moment.
And with that amount at the last second, Hal Greer, number 15, waiting to take his turn at the line.
And like so many of us, waiting to get on an airplane and head west, I guess. He's talked as whether or not he would go out and visit. It's a big week out there because this young man becomes the next man to score 20,000 points. And one of these days, he'll have his big night at one of the anniversaries. Of course, this is the 25th, the silver anniversary year for the NBA. The winner tomorrow night, Hal Greer on the line, hits 2 free throws for 15 points. And Tuesday night at 10, it'll be the 21st annual NBA All-Star Game. Well, there's not a participant in the game. John Havlicek, number 17 is. He beats Don Chaney, and Chaney working against Cunningham. Back to Chaney, and he scores, and Archie fouled him. The NBA All-Star Game will be seen at 10 Eastern Time on ABC. Awtrey now, 5 fouls for Philadelphia. Chaney on the line with 14 points. And 4 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the ball game as he misses the free throw and Awtrey rebounds. 93-94, Philadelphia with a 9-point lead, and Hal Greer trying to get out of backcourt against JoJo White. He didn't do it. He took it over, came back. He was over, but the ball wasn't.
And you had 10 seconds to get that ball over the half-court line, and he got it over within the 10, but went back across.
23 Philadelphia turnovers in the ball game. 4:05 to play in the game. That's Don Chaney for the Celtics, and he hammers Cunningham. Offensive foul. Mr. Heinsohn upset.
He should be, because at this stage of the ball game, every turnover is so costly.
5 fouls on Don Chaney. Dinwiddie is already fouled out. Cunningham has 5 fouls for Philadelphia. Washington is fouled out for the 76ers. Bailey Howell being checked by Chaney. He's playing pretty tough against Bailey Howell to have 5 fouls on him. Clark inside to Awtrey. That makes it 105-94. Big 11-point lead for Philadelphia. We have 3.5 minutes to play, but that's a lot of time in the NBA. Havlicek. Get up, you stay. Up there shooting for John. Scored a lot of points. He's had a lot of good shots. He wouldn't go down for it. That's Cunningham, double teamed in the corner. Foul is on Williams, his 3rd personal, and 5 team fouls. Or more. Time call. Cunningham now with 28 points in the ball game. We have only 3 minutes and 17 seconds left to play in the ball game here at the Boston Garden, and our score, the 76ers 105, the Celtics 94. 28 points. They're the high scorers, and Cunningham will go to the free throw line for Philadelphia as the 76ers lead by 11, 105-94, 3:17 to play.
And Jack Ramsey has not gone to any of his other 2 centers, Tony Durkin or Luke Jackson, going with Dennis Awtrey or 3 forwards all the way.
Cunningham 10 out of 14 from the line, 9 out of 18 from the field. His second shot is good. And it's a 12-point lead for Philadelphia as the clock goes. Here comes Boston's Hambone Williams, John Havlicek. Works his way into the lane. One shot called against the foul is on Hal Greer. No basket. Greer's 3rd personal. It'll be 1+1. Havlicek 28 points in the game, 12 out of 26 from the field, 4 out of 4 from the line. He has 5 rebounds. 3:10 to go in the ball game. John gets the second. Clark, Rex Morgan, number little more quickness in there for Boston as they press. Havlicek working against Archie Clark. Bailey Howell. Morgan driving all over him inside to Awtrey, and the basket counts. Awtrey with 18 points. More foul on Williams.
And Philadelphia demonstrating the experienced ball club that they are, holding back here in the closing minutes, waiting for the good situation. A mismatch on that play with Archie and a give and go before they're holding the ball up, working the clock out, waiting for the good shot.
18 points as Archie zeroes in on the penalty and gets it 109.95. It'll be Boston's ball. Archie Clark doing the testing for Philadelphia. Williams ahead to Morgan. And the rookie from Jacksonville goes underneath there. Second personal on Morgan. 109-95. Philadelphia. 2.5 minutes to go here at the Boston Garden. That's Williams guarding Greer. Bailey Howell. Cunningham. But he's got another one. 31 points. Lead all scorers. JoJo White. Rebound. Cowens. Williams and Greer get tangled up. Foul on him. That'll be his fourth personal foul. At 2:14 to go in the ball game. It's 111-95 and Hambone Williams at the line. Now the penalty. He has 4 points in the game. Double team. The Celtics have stolen it. That's White. Drove for the basket and got a foul. Al Greer. That's 5 on Hal. 2:07 to play in the game. Remember the premiere show of the New American Sportsman Series, Colors Their Ball Game. It'll be an hour premiere show. And the shot good as JoJo White picks up 2 points at the charity line. Boston now has a total of 99, but Philadelphia has 3 ones on the board, 111. They lead by 12. And we go inside 2 minutes. That's Cunningham. Against Havlicek to Greer. Kicks on the timer. Foul is on Morgan. Rex Morgan is third personal. Al Greer. 14 points now. 8 out of 8 from the line and 9 out of 9. 113.99. We have a minute 40 to play in the game here at Boston Garden. JoJo White being checked by Archie Clark. That's Morgan inside. Billy Cunningham slaps it away from him on the rebound. Cowens. Is the basket good? Yes, it is good. So Havlicek will go to the line. The foul is on Bailey Howell, his 4th. Well, we've had a ton of personal fouls called in this ballgame. 113-101. John Havlicek makes the first one. He cannot total more than 3 points. Immediately following our basketball game, the American Sportsman will be seen in its entirety. Beautiful feed pass to Bailey Howell. And those who have just joined us, the score is now 115-102. Philadelphia leading the Boston Celtics. Shot by Hambone Williams makes it 115-104. We have a minute and 15 seconds to play in the game. Game running quite long today. And we'll have the American Sportsman immediately following all of it. Billy Cunningham. Oh, great play. Archie Clark didn't see Bailey Howell. well into the corner. Howell misses and then fouls Cowens on the rebound. With 57 seconds to go in the ball game, it's 115-104. We've had 27 fouls called on Philadelphia and 31 fouls called in the game on Boston.
Jack Ramsey upset as we look at Bailey Howell. He wanted Bailey to hold up and hold on to the ball, work it out for the full 24. Not only did he miss the shot, but he fouled Dave Cowens there at the line going after the rebound.
The 76ers caught Boston about midway of the first quarter, and they've led since that time by as much as 14, being the biggest lead on two occasions. It's 115-105 right now, and Cowens has 13 points. Bailey Howell, the rebound for the 76ers. A battle for second place in the Atlantic Division. If Philadelphia hangs on to win this ball game, Philadelphia and Boston will be tied for second place behind the New York Knicks. 40 seconds to go in the game. We're going into the second half of the season. Second place Cubs is involved in the playoffs. Here's Howell Greer. At the buzzer, no basket. They use 25 seconds.
Notice how the 76ers are spreading out on the court. The way to effectively break a press and not allow the defensive team to double team is to spread as far as you can, and that's what they're doing, and that's why the press has not intimidated them.
It's been a ragged ball game. We've had a total of 55 turnovers in it as John Havlicek pumps one in to make it 115-107. John now with 34 points. Philadelphia inbounds. Time call by the 76ers. We're down to the final of this ball game. 26 ticks on the clock remaining as Jack Ramsey sends his 76ers out. An 8-point lead that looks as secure as one would need with under 26 seconds remaining. Boston pressing Archie Clark and Hal Greer. The American sports immediately following our ball game will be seen in its entirety. Philadelphia with the ball. Morgan comes from behind, steals for Boston, immediately throws it away to Archie Clark. 10 seconds to play in the game. Howell in backcourt. Pass ahead to Hal Greer. American sportsman coming up right after the game in its entirety, and this ball game is over. Our final score, Philadelphia 115, Boston 107. Billy Cunningham with 31 points leads the Philadelphia 76ers to a 115-107 victory over the Boston Celtics. John Havlicek of Boston led all scorers with 34. Now this is Keith Jackson along with Jack Flyman saying so long from Boston Garden, Boston, Massachusetts. This has been an ABC Television Network Sports presentation.